Alright, holy shit, finally we are here. It took a little bit longer than planned, but we finally made it. And that's what that matters, I think. I need to put this in Discord real quick, but then we're all good. And we can get gone. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Oh, sorry, hit my microphone. All over the fucking gaff in here. Is what it is. Alright, and finally... Oh, I need to get my dashboard open as well. That's a good point. I hope everyone is having a absolutely spectacular Saturday. Ooh. Yo, what's up, Mike? What's up, Phil? How's it going? Hope you guys are both doing well. Hope you're both having absolutely spectacular Saturdays, as spectacular as you can be. Thanks for the invite. Was fun. Sorry that things didn't quite work out the way you probably wanted them to, Mike. But hopefully, yo, what's up, Dustin? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So Dustin, Phil Skills is in chat right now. He's the guy running the league. We do need a sub for next week. We're going to put you in the Aston Martin. No pressure, but you're replacing the guy who's got 3 times as many points as anyone else in the league. And is currently leading by a country mile. But yeah, I hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're having a spectacular Saturday. And like I said, Mike, sorry that it wasn't quite probably what you were hoping for. Got taken out last lap but couldn't get a replay for some reason. I'm sorry, dude. Dougie? Yes, Dougie. Indeed. You know him?
Pay attention to turn 7. A slow exit from here will lose a driver a lot of time.
Here, since we've confirmed we want you in, let me send you an invite.
Here is the grid for today's race, which will be starting shortly. A fantastic effort from Callan Williams yesterday puts him on pole position, with Marino Sato alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have...
It's so weird how this works.
Vips, Novalak, Teo Porcher, Cordial, Dragovic, Dewitt,
that should have worked.
Daruvala, Jake Hughes, Lawson, Vesti.
Raced him a couple of times, he's kind of fast. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Costa? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a absolutely spectacular Saturday.
And Roy Nissani.
Congratulations on the podium.
Roberts.
Oh, that's right. My car broke down, didn't it? In the last race. So this is the feature I think we're doing now. I'm starting 20th. What should my prediction be? What do we think? What are we saying?
The start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race.
I'm gonna say like
Davide, as a former GP2
top
champion,
14, 13, something like that. Let's go 13. You got 2 minutes. Get your predictions in. Am I finishing in the top 13?
There is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the
You beat me? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you saw my moment.
Formula 2 is so competitive, and all of these drivers knows that
they hit Boo Boo on purpose, or did it look like an accident? It looked like an accident. That's why we didn't give you a 5-second penalty for it. Because we didn't want you to lose your position, but we also wanted to kind of make a point of like, it looked like it was probably your fault. Alright, I guess we'll try this. Maybe they fixed this now? I don't know. Looks like my softs are going to be pretty knackered by the end, but we'll try. Can I edit? How do we do this? Every time I do that, it switches them around for some reason. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Because I think it hasn't fixed the glitch yet. But I think for whatever reason, if it starts you on the mediums, it glitches. Didn't realize we had a battle royale lap. Hope he didn't fuck up his race. I mean, he still finished pretty decently, I would say. Alright. If anyone doesn't think I'll finish in the top 13, you got like 10 seconds to predict.
For this, the Formula 2 race, and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure the car is ready for battle once the lights go out.
I don't know how the strategy is going to play out here, because sometimes it can be glitchy and weird.
We are almost ready to start the Formula 2 race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparation.
It was lots of fun. I'm glad you had a good time. Just a shame it had to end the way it did, with everyone pissing and moaning at each other, but I guess that's how some leagues can be sometimes. I don't know. I just was a little bit confused more than anything with my incident. I was like, mate, you want to do league racing, but don't don't switch to open lobbies halfway through because you're bored, you know. What happened to me? Oh, Costa, you'll see in my video, which I'm hoping to get out tomorrow, but bloody hell, that's all I'll say about it. It was pretty embarrassing. Yeah, the guy just like straight lined me basically because I think he was upset that he was lagging. Ooh, bad getaway from all of these people. Congratulations to anyone who predicted I'd finish in the top 13. What track next week? We haven't decided, but I think there's some chatter that we want to do Spain, possibly. Ah! Okay, maybe I can work with this. I broke way too late. I'm going to try and work with this. Do you know, Phil? Have you had any more thoughts on what track we'll be doing next? Oh, I know what's happened here. I was like, how am I so much faster than all of these guys? Keep thinking Canada? We could do Canada. Get ready for fucking years of penalties for everyone. But we can definitely do it. Vegas. Ugh. I'm not sure about that, man. You've been having fun there? These guys are so slow. I think it's because they're on the medium. They've started on these mediums, and I think they're used mediums. Hang on, can I find out?
Vips is behind you.
Doesn't want to tell me.
Williams ahead.
Doesn't want to tell me the status of their tires. I'm pretty sure they're on like fucked mediums. Like, watch. I think they're all going to come into the pits now. Yeah, literally all of them. But it's fine, because I might still have to do a 2-stop.
Okay, Ralph is in the pits. Ralph is in the pits now.
Cota's Texas. So we could do Cota. We could do Spain or Canada. I'd say those were probably our 3 options. Maybe we could put it in like a poll or something? No, actually there's no point doing that. Nobody will agree. I feel like everyone will just want to do their like favorite track, you know what I mean? That's what I predict will happen. Everyone will just be like, "Ah, no, we need to do my favorite circuit," which just so happens to be a circuit that other people aren't as good at. I don't know. I mean, I think we'll probably end up doing more than one league in the end. So if there's a track we don't do now, we can always do it in the next one or something. You know, there's 26 tracks in the game. It's not like we're short, especially if we're only doing 12 race length leagues. You know, I think, to be fair, I think I've gotten away with the fact that we've got like had a bunch of we've had a bunch of tracks so far, which I feel like I'm actually pretty pacey at. If we have one like Imola next or something like that, I'm gonna be right at the back. I'm so bad at Imola. Bahrain is going nowhere near the league. Whatever? Come on, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Imola's probably your strongest. Yeah, it's probably like... I'd say Imola could be... You could make a case for it being my weakest. Front wing damage is rough. Imola it is. What, because you want to take the lead in the championship? That's harsh. Bahrain is great. I love Bahrain. You all just don't like Bahrain because of that one corner. That's why. Jeddah? Can you imagine the carnage at Jeddah? We need to do something child safe. You know, something without lots of sharp edges. Spa? Add an IN to the end of that and you might be cooking. But Spa could be good. I mean, I'm happy with whatever. Like, I'll race. I'll race regardless of where it is.
By 47.6 seconds.
So it doesn't really matter in my case. Whatever I suggest, it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm not racing this weekend because I don't like the track, which is definitely, I'm sure, what some people will end up doing if we do tracks that people don't like. If we end up doing like Singapore or Monaco or something like that, I'm sure there will be some people who will be like, oh, well, fuck this. I'm just going to miss it and go to the next one. Dougie was saying, I was in the call with Dougie for a little bit longer after like everyone else had left. And he was saying that he thinks it's really funny that like he could be completely absent from the next race and there's nothing that can happen that will knock him or Aston Martin off of the top spot. Because Aston Martin is 64 points clear as well. And with Dustin replacing him, I still honestly think, like... I still think that it's going to be, like, pretty wrapped up in a nice, neat bow. But hey, at least we're going to have a different winner next race. We might not have a different car winning it, but we'll probably have a different driver. Especially because Lewis isn't going to be there as well. I feel like the only person I could see potentially taking the fight to Dustin, who I've raced with before, maybe Rings, if he can stay consistent for a whole race. Or maybe Mint. Those are like the only two people I'm looking at and going, yeah, maybe those guys. But probably I think Dustin's going to win it, based on the pace I've seen. He'll back on podium next week. I just want to score a few points next week. That's all I want to do. Because I don't want to let down Antoine while he's gone, you know. Yo, what's up, Ruin? F20? It's not that bad. It's just F2. Although with this front wing damage, it does feel a little bit like F20. But I hope you're doing well. I'm having a spectacular Saturday. Hydrate. I'll try and do it on the main straight or something. Maybe I might be able to get it in here. What am I doing after the F2 race? Might do another F2 race. Not sure. We'll see. I'm not doing open lobbies today. I'm not really in the mood for multiplayer. I was barely in the mood to play this game, to be honest. I thought about doing a last minute switch to playing like Dirt Rally or something like that instead. Do I stream my driver career? Is that just for YouTube? It's just for YouTube. If you mean my team career, that's just for YouTube. The league as well, I only do on YouTube. And then the driver career is Twitch only. And I do put the VODs sometimes on YouTube, but only if they don't, like, fail. Yeah, the My Team videos take a bit of time to make. They probably take me, like, recording plus editing plus voiceover. It's like 4 or 5 hours usually to make. So getting them out every day has been quite tough. But once I'm back in Southampton, it should be a little bit easier. It's just because my schedule's been a bit sporadic, because at the moment where I am, everyone wants me to be doing stuff all the time, and it's a little bit tough. And I don't really want to say no, you know, because I'm only here for another week. But when I go back home properly, I should be able to just, you know, bang out one every day, do a stream at consistent times every day as well. At least that's the plan. With the possible exception of Saturday. I think Saturday's going forwards, if it's not an F1, or if it... What am I trying to say? Yeah, no, Saturday's going forwards after the end of July. Once I'm not doing daily streaming anymore. Saturdays I definitely think I'm going to take off. Especially while we're doing the league. Because it's kind of difficult to do a stream and get the video done in the same day. Just because the race doesn't happen until later. Jumping on some pro clubs, got to be lurking. Thanks again for your table and studio. No, honestly, no problem. I really like doing it. I'm a really big fan of, like, the fact that you've managed to bring so many people together to do a league. I think that's the thing we have to keep in mind, is that, you know, people can get angry at each other, people can get mad. I think the problem is that, like, the league kind of started out as, like, it was like all of us being, like, mates and stuff. And I think we're getting more and more, like, random folks in there. It's getting a little bit easier for people to get, like, upset and angry with people all the time. But, like, I don't think anyone deliberately, like, does anything that's, like, dirty or anything like that, because what's the point? I think just some people don't understand that they're not the main character, and they have to also respect other people.
Gap to your teammate behind is 44.5 seconds.
My wing is struggling, man. These pro clubs is cross-platform in the next FIFA. Yeah, I saw that. I said I was thinking about actually getting it as well, especially because people were saying that supposedly the career mode is going to be changing a little bit. FIFA career mode is like the only thing I really like care about in that game that much. I did play a bit of pro clubs with my mates, and if it's going to be cross-play, then I'll probably play it as well. So I was thinking about maybe getting it. I've never given a shit about FIFA Ultimate Team, ever. Just doesn't seem very fun. But I am looking forward to when the Premier League starts up again. I'll tell you what's coming up before that, though, that I'm really excited for. The World Cup. I've been reading... I don't know if you guys know her or not. She's been in here a couple times. Andy and Scotty, her username. She writes a blog about like the World Cup and, like, you know, just sort of football generally, and it's actually been, like, really fun to read. It's gotten me, like, proper excited for the World Cup. I'm like, now I know who's hot and who's not, whereas I didn't really before. It makes it a little bit more exciting going in, like, expecting there to be, like, a favourite and that kind of thing. Whereas before I didn't really have any sort of idea what was going on. Like, I know England are good, I know USA are good, and that's, like, all I knew, basically. When am I boxing? 21. Okay. Gonna be riding the struggle bus till then. Probably should have just done a 2-stop, but I think it'll be fine. I definitely replace my front wing when we pit, because I don't want to be driving like this the whole time. It's just unfortunate. I wasn't expecting them to all be on completely cooked tires off the start. Love playing Football Manager as well. What kind of teams are you managing in Football Manager usually? Like, do you have a particular save that you're like invested in? Because I find I can't commit to saves for like more than like a couple seasons. I really just want to commit to one for like a long period of time. I think it'll be easier now they've announced that they're going to be making saves cross-game. So you can do like a save and play like 20 seasons on it in one game. And then you can like carry it over to like when Football Manager 2024 drops. You'll be able to carry it over to Football Manager 2024 and do like seasons 21 through 40 or something like that, you know. So you can be in like 2040 at the end of like Football Manager 23, for example. You pick it up, you're still in 2040 in the same save, and then you can go to like 2060. That's something that they've announced that is going to be a thing, which I'm very excited for. Me and my friends have said, like, I don't know if you know Jacka, Quadzilla, who's sometimes in the stream. Him and another friend of ours, Dylan, have said we might actually end up doing like a really long-term save. Like cross-game. I'll start that at some point soon. Maybe we could even like do one on stream or something like that. Could be quite fun, because we were doing Football Manager streams before Dylan buggered off to Cornwall for 6 months. But he's coming back soonish, I think, within the next like month or two. We could finally make Football Manager Friday a reality again. That'd be fun to watch. I hope so. I need to get better at the game, but I could have. It's nice. It's nice playing games like that because people can watch what I'm doing and people can say, "Don't do that." It's the same with other games I play as well. I actually like being backseated by people a lot of the time. Like sometimes I don't if I feel like I know what I'm doing. But if I don't feel like I know what I'm doing and people won't like give me advice, like I don't know, I really like that. Just a simple name, reply to Realm. Should have been P2. Okay, cool. Yo, what's up, Apro? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a spectacular Saturday, and welcome to the stream. It's been very processional so far. Not processional, but you know what I mean. Like, I've not really had to worry about anything because they're so far afield. Imagine how easy it would be for me right now if I had no wing damage. I'd probably be pulling away from them, honestly. Football Manager is very chill, I agree. I love it. But yeah, I've got a save at the moment. I'm managing Santos in Brazil. And we've just won the first competition they do of the year, which is I think it's called the Sao Paulo State Championship or something like that. And now we're going to do Brazilian Serie A, which is, I don't know, it's actually been kind of fun. Because the thing about Brazil that's really interesting is that the teams have loads of people in them, and they're all like wonder kids.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus.
But then they all get snapped up by clubs like in Europe and stuff like that. Like if they get to the level where they're good enough, like Europe comes knocking, they're like, hey, it's Bayern Munich. How'd the league go? Oh, Diasu, you don't want to know. It's pretty bad. There was lots of beef, lots of incidents. I ended up DNFing because I got straight lined at Village, the one after Abbey. Well, I actually got hit at Abbey as well, and then I got straight lined at the corner afterwards. I think it's Village. Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. So yeah, it was eventful. I'll say that much. But I'm looking forward to the next one regardless. I think we've agreed it's going to be Spain now, which is going to be nice. Hopefully we'll be able to have a good race there. I like Spain. I go well there usually. I have decent pace around there, especially if it rains. Whew! I still maintain I would have got poled in that Australia race if I hadn't bottled my final lap. I don't know if you watched the video or not, Diasu, that I put out, but it was pretty. I was on a hot lap in the wet, and I really felt like I had the pace to do it. But yeah, this time I qualified P6. I was running in P4 for a while. I got tangled in an incident which was kind of 50-50, I'd say. Maybe slightly more on the guy that did it to me, but I don't know. I'd say it's probably 50-50. Fell to like P8, 7, something like that. I was running pretty well. I was on track to recover up to like P5 maybe, like P4 or 5. And then yeah, I came up against the guy. I'd already pitted. He hadn't pitted. He was lagging all over the place and ended up straight lining me. So yeah, it is what it is. But you know, just got to crack on and try and have a better race next time. These tyres going to last to the pit window. I know a set of super softs can... Oh, but actually it's going to be a set of used super softs, isn't it? I should probably take these as far as I can. These will just about last to the pit window, looking at them. But they're going to be pretty worn out by the time we get there. The front wing damage doesn't help. I don't know if I'll win this, but I definitely think top 13 is probably going to happen. Not going to lie to you guys. I just need a good result to get myself back in the championship fight, because we've kind of tailed off with all the DNFs and everything. How many total races in the league? I think it's 12, so we're 3 down, a quarter of the way through already.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 39.8 seconds.
And yeah, my results so far have been 6th, 2nd, and DNF. And that's good enough for P2 in the championship still, somehow. Although maybe you could argue it's P3 in the championship, because me and Phil are tied on points. But his best result is... No, my best result is 2nd, actually, so it would still be me. His best result is 3rd. Finally got some points. Let's go, Boo Boo. Good going. Could have been more, unfortunately, but obviously that was that incident. We watched it back. We did give Acosta a 3-second penalty, but we said it would have been harsh to like give him any more. That's kind of how we looked at it. It wasn't a bad incident. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. He just maybe broke a little bit late, or you were like maybe a little bit slow on the exit or something and just caught him unawares. Like, when I mentioned it, Costa didn't even really know what, like, we were referring to. So, that's why I was kind of like, yeah. I don't think he did anything, like, maliciously. So, we kind of just gave him a slap on the wrist 3-second penalty that didn't affect his finishing position. It's kind of like that. You remember that Singapore race? Where, yeah, if it had yeeted you, then we probably would have looked at it differently. But you remember that Singapore race where Sergio Perez like was too slow under the safety car or something, and he won by like 12 seconds, and they gave him a 10-second penalty. It's like, well, he didn't really need to be given a penalty, but I guess it's about the principle. It's kind of a don't do it again. Yeah, I mean, of all the people, the person who was most against the idea of a penalty was Ryan, who had the most to gain from it. Because if Costa had a 5-second, it would have promoted Ryan up to P3 and onto the podium. Yo, what's up, Double A? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a nope, not Friday. It's a spectacular Saturday. But I hope that's the case for you today. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, boo-boo. We hit 300 subs on the YouTube channel, by the way, which is awesome. Woke up to that this morning, had a look, and I was like, ooh, that's amazing. So yeah, thank you so much, because I know a lot of you guys are subbed over there as well. Yeah, it was really, really good to see. Garda, like your work? Yeah, no, it was good. Thank you for doing it. Your wheel didn't go loose and you didn't get hit in the first race. You would have been second in the standing. Yeah, well, I mean, everything's if, buts, and maybes, isn't it? You know? If I hadn't been taken out in that race, I would have scored another, let's say 12 points probably. I think I would have finished 4th. So that's another 12 points for me. So if that had happened, I'd have been on, what, 38? But it is what it is. Gotta do mod duties? Alright, no problem. See in a bit. These tyres are cooked. These tyres are absolutely gone. And I've still got to try and do another 3 laps on them somehow. I'm going to be struggling towards the end of this stint for sure. But hopefully we can still make back this time. We'll see what the mediums are looking like. I'll probably only do a few laps on those, and then I'll try and go to the end on another set of super softs. So annoying how this has been working out, but it's just how it is in F2, unfortunately, until they fix the tyre situation. But hey, at least it's not as bad as the time they set me on 100% worn tyres. That was pretty rough.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Yeah, 2 laps to go. The tyres are really going to start going off now. Oh wait, no, I've got to do 3 more laps on them, haven't I? Because it's 19, 20, 21 I've got to do on them. Ugh. It's going to be rough, but I'm really reluctant to pit early. Because I know I really have to try and stretch these tyres as far as they can go. Going to be hard to call exactly where I'm going to finish, but hopefully it's somewhere halfway decent, you know. Because all of these guys behind have already pitted. If you're wondering how I'm flying so high, it's because everyone else has already pitted. So yeah, the fact that I haven't pitted is flattering me somewhat. Lewis Crazy is in the league as well, right? Yes, but he won't be there next weekend either, Dustin. Yeah, it's Dougie that you're subbing in for, and then Lewis is away as well, I think he said. But yeah, we got a pretty good number of people like in now, because there's a reserve for pretty much every team as well. You're in his lobby. So let's see his cooking pace. Oh, let's go. Exciting times. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, we got reserves for quite a few teams as well. Like we got Anderson for Haas as well, and he actually looked pretty fast, even if he didn't end up finishing the race due to some incidents. Yo, what's up, Diego? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a spectacular Saturday. Welcome to the stream. All right, one more lap on these. I think they'll live. They'll be very cooked, but they will live. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Doing good. I did a league race with Phil this morning. Well, a little bit earlier. This afternoon, technically. That didn't go amazingly well, but you know, I'm still in good spirits, and I'm hoping to get a good result here in Formula 2. Try and push for the Formula 2 championship in this career mode. The man who took out Oliver James, dude.
In this lap, push now. Okay, those tyres are going to fall off the cliff soon. Take extreme care.
And they're already starting to fall off the cliff, not gonna lie to you. They feel pretty fucking bad. Just check that part of Phil's stream. Oh yeah, it was bad, dude. I'll show you the footage. Well, you'll see it if you watch my video, you'll see it, because I'll definitely include it, obviously, because that was the end of my race, basically. Yes, these tyres have definitely seen better days. But it's fine. We're going on to a set of mediums. They are used mediums, apparently. I would prefer them to not be. Was it all lag or slightly intentional? See, when we watched it back, pretty much I was willing to say it was lag, but pretty much everyone other than Oliver was saying that clearly wasn't only lag, because he just absolutely straight lined me and blitzed my car. Like, maybe I'm too trusting, because I was the only person that was willing to believe Oliver that it was lag when he was trying to, like, defend himself. And, like, everyone else was saying, like, no, it wasn't.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn.
Alright, how
there,
worn are
mate.
these?
Looks like
Oh,
a
these
nice
are only, like,
stop time. We're happy with
30%
that one.
worn. I might be able to get to the end on these. %, and 40 lap
That
and
was our
14
last
laps.
stop. No more scheduled
It's gonna
pit
be
stops.
tough.
Let's go.
We'll assess the situation as and when it arises, I think. But yeah, I was willing to let it go, but I think based on what everyone else saw, they banned him for a race. They were like, no. And he kind of accepted it. He was like, yeah, that's maybe fair enough. He kept like trying to play the game and stuff, and I was like, lots of people have lag in the game, but no one's straight lines people. Doing open lobbies at one point. My next open lobby stream will be on Monday, Dreadpath, probably. I usually do them on Mondays and Fridays. But I do other stuff during the week. Mostly F1 related, but occasionally we do other stuff. For example, I think Tuesday we're going to be doing Minecraft because I've got a community Minecraft server, which is
Ralph's coming in for his stop
joinable
now.
for all members of the community. There's a channel point reward. It's not ridiculously expensive. It's like 2,500, I think. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next Thursday. I think that might be GeoGuessr. And then on the weekend, I'm doing Fall Guys next weekend. Dreadpath, thank you for the follow. Did you not follow me before? I thought you followed me yesterday. But either way, thank you very much. Hope you're doing well today anyway. Hope you're having a spectacular Saturday. Takes us just 19 followers. And P2Fo, thank you very much for the follow as well. Takes just 18 followers away from 1,200. I reckon we can get there, maybe by the end of next week. I think that's very achievable. And that would be amazing. You know, we only hit 1,000 in, when was it, June? June 21st, I think it was. Like, just over, or just under a month ago. So to be here now at almost 1,200 is absolutely remarkable, and I'm very happy. Alright, I think I'm going to be back in the lead once these guys pit, but I don't know. There's some people who've already pitted twice. And I'm still not sure whether I'm going to be pitting twice or not. We'll see. Let me have a look. Once we round... is it Ravazza 2, I think it's called? Can't remember if these are Ravazza or not. This is a different one. Once we round this corner, I'm going to keep an eye on the tyre wear. So I'm a 42 on the rear right at the moment. I'm just going to monitor it over the course of this lap. Nikki Hardy, thank you for the follow as well. I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're having a spectacular Saturday. Welcome to the stream. Damn. All the followers coming in. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. You guys are goats. %43%. It was 42 at the start of the lap, wasn't it? I'll just keep monitoring it, keep an eye on it, and then I'll decide from there whether I think it's going to be able to get to the end. If it's 45, then it probably won't make it to the end, I don't think. Or maybe it just will. I could risk it. I'd risk it. I'd be going to about 76 or 77% wear, I think, roughly. Has Vips boxed twice? I think he has, hasn't he?
Vips behind, and the gap behind us is 5.0 seconds, and they're on old super softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old.
No,
last lap was
he's boxed.
1:30.2.
He's boxed twice. So anyone I race now is for position, but I only got like 2% tyre wear that lap, so I think these will hold on. Just about.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 23.9 seconds.
Thank you for the lurk, Double A. It's going to be close. But I think they'll just about make it. I might lose out to some of these other guys. But I definitely think that we'll finish in a points-paying position. I think maybe I'll get like 4th, if I had to guess. Especially because at some point their tyres will start to go off as well. At least I hope so. I just want them to fix the tyre model in F2. So they don't put you on used mediums like your quali mediums. Oh, these aren't quali mediums, these are practice mediums, aren't they? Because you should have another set of mediums, I'm pretty sure, which are fresh. But for some reason, they don't seem to be able to get that to work. I don't know why. man. It is hot. The door's like blown itself shut. Why is my name Williams? My name isn't Williams. My name is at the top. I'm in first. Williams is Callan Williams. Yeah, he was in F2 last year. He wasn't very good. The reason you probably didn't know that he was there is because he did nothing apart from get murdered by Ralph Boschung in Baku. In one of the worst incidents I've ever watched in my life. I haven't forgotten about that when people talk all this like, oh, Boschung is great now. He's like, you know, amazing. He's won races and that kind of thing. I'm like, well, yeah, but he still literally tried to kill someone. Coming under pressure from Vips, I think he's just going to go through. There's not much I can do. We couldn't name 3 drivers? I reckon you probably could. What do I mean? I mean, Baku, right? You know turn 1 at Baku? You know how there's a runoff area and then there's a barrier? And if you go wheel to wheel through it, he basically, he was wheel to wheel on the inside at turn 1 and he pushed Williams out wide in such a way that he just basically went straight into the barrier on the exit of turn 1 at Baku. And I don't know, I really couldn't see any way to defend Boschung in that incident because it was literally like terrible. Just a mistake then, right? Not really attempted murder. It did not look like a mistake, I'll tell you that much. Like, it didn't look like he wanted to kill the guy. Yeah, when I say murder, obviously I'm being dramatic, but it definitely wasn't a mistake. He ran the guy off track when there was literally nowhere for him to go. I would, if I was being diplomatic about it, I would call it unsportsmanlike conduct. Just hard fair racing? No. The problem is, Lewis, you're joking, but there's some people in the league, by the sounds of it, who actually think this way, and that makes it difficult. Like, a lot of, not even just Oliver James, but a lot of people in the league are very, either eye for an eye, which is not how Formula 1 ruling works at all, or they believe they are the main character of the league and deserve, like, more, like, room, and, like, the rules don't apply to them, but they do apply to anyone who gets caught up in an incident with them. Like, I don't know. The Hequi thing was way less clear-cut than... It definitely wasn't you're a prick, you're a dirty C-word level of bad. You know what I mean? It didn't warrant that, in my opinion. In my professional stewarding opinion.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
You haven't even seen the Hequi incident? It was basically like going through Brooklands. Him and Ando were side by side. Hequi on the inside, Ando on the outside. Yo, what's up, Isabella? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a spectacular Saturday. And welcome in. Yeah, what was I saying? So Hekwe on the inside, Ando on the outside.
We expect you'll be noticing a bit of grip loss in the tyres around now, so just be careful.
They were both lagging from each other's perspective because Ando was in Australia, obviously, so his connection to the server probably wasn't great. So Ando went a bit wider. He claimed that he got pushed off by Hekwe, but I would say that he definitely did have a bit more space. It was just hard to gauge because he was lagging. And then when he came back on the track, he clipped Hekwe, and that I would say might have been his fault. But it was pretty, I don't know, hard to call. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Do I like Fortnite? I like watching people play Fortnite. I watch quite a few Fortnite streamers, some friends of mine stream Fortnite, but I've never played it myself, so I couldn't judge whether I liked it to play or not, because I've never played it.
16.9 seconds.
It's not typically my my game of choice. All right, how are we doing? 18%, 6 laps to go. I think we're gonna survive. Just about. We're gonna be struggling towards the end. I think we're probably gonna finish P5 if I had to guess. I think all of these guys will get through, but I don't think whoever's in 6th is gonna catch me. But this is probably a better result than I would have got otherwise. So I'm not too mad. But yeah, what about you? I assume you must be a Fortnite fan, otherwise you wouldn't have asked. I've been watching some people playing playing that only up in Fortnite thing, which I don't know, that looks pretty fun. That's the kind of thing I think I would enjoy if I were to play it. I'm not really a big battle royale enjoyer. Here goes Williams. At least I get some DRS, I think. Or no, the detection point is further back. Never mind. Why is the detection point so far back for that? Who is that behind? It's Cordeal. Okay, I think we'll beat Cordeal. Just about. At least I can't see myself losing many more positions beyond Porsche. And to pick up, I think it'll be 10 points in that case. I'm pretty happy with that. Where is Ralph? Washed. That's where. He's not even in the points, I don't think. Back was just eating. No problem, honestly, Costa, it's fine. There's no expectation for you to be here at all. Here comes Teo. Oh, God. He's going to get the DRS. I'm going to get it. I'm not within a second of Sato either, so... Cordeal actually might close me down before the end as well. God, these tyres are really going off. I thought their tyres would start going off as well and it would be kind of an even fight, but it's not been at all. One-handed wheel-to-wheel battling. Bold strategy. Yeah, I might get got by Cordeal as well. 61% where? Yeah, we're going to the moon. Or should I say we're going to the moon? It will be about 75% by the end, I think. Daruvala's out. That's one less person to catch me before the end. I really don't want to get lower than 5th, but I think Cordeal might catch me. Hopefully not Lawson, though. I mean, he'd have to catch me by, like, what, over a second a lap? I know my tyres are gone, but still. At least they didn't call a safety car. If they'd have called a safety car, I probably would have had a box on a new set of tyres. Everyone else did a 2-stop, and somehow it actually worked out for them. Alright, maybe their tyres are starting to go off a little bit. Not sure. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Cordeel's getting away from me at quite the rate he was before. Maybe Lawson's still catching, I'm not sure. Maybe they'll battle each other and hold each other up. I think that's about all I can hope for at this stage. I think it's going to be P5. But yeah, the plan is post F2, if we finish high enough in the championship, we're going to try and get a signing with Haas. And yeah, go from there. Try and build Haas towards the front of the grid, like a Road to Glory style thing. And depending on how quickly we do that over the course of the career mode, maybe we'll hop around some teams and try and do the same thing or something. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to this. Seems like Cordeel's got the best out of his tyres now. Lawson's not catching quite as quickly as he was before. Like, all these guys ahead of me will stay ahead of me. Vips has won this by a mile. But I'll take P5 from P20 on the grid, provided the tyres don't blow up before we get there. Think we'll be good. Only 68 on the rear right, so it's going to be like 70, like 72, 73 by the end, I think. Yuri Chips. Like Mr. Chips. Mr. Chips from Catchphrase, yeah. That's where I was going with that one. Say what you see. Say what you see. What's Mr. Chips doing? Oh no, he's being racist on a Twitch stream.
Final lap, final lap.
Mr. Chips, no! Aw, man. I can't believe Mr. Chips got cancelled. So sad. The Chase is the best UK game show. I do like The Chase quite a lot. Yo, how's it going, Ryan? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a spectacular Saturday. 69 on the rear right. Pointless. I don't like pointless. Sex penis Saturday. Fair. Make like $2,000. To be fair, you can only make $2,000 on the Chase sometimes as well. You get back with your 9 grand or whatever. You know, you've done well. And then, you know, fucking Betsy from Carlisle or whatever goes out there, doesn't get a single question right, gets offered -4 and takes it. What a prick.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
I'm not a fan of tipping point. Tipping point's too luck based. Pointless max is like 10k, but people on Chase have won like 70k.
So
what, each? I don't think so. People might win like 70k among like a group of like 3 or 4, which yeah, it's still pretty good.
Your thoughts, how did they accomplish this result?
The difference
On their
was
own?
in the
Seriously?
credit to the driver for sure. But
That's
races
got to
like
be very
this
rare.
really
Like, I don't
drive
think
home
that's
how
something
much
that
of
you
a
could
team
just like
sport this
do.
is.
You know what I
They
mean?
did a lot of work on the pit wall to really make the most of each stint. And
Like,
to
that's for
make
the
best
really
use of
fucking
the
smart
drivers.
cookies
But
that end
that
up on
said,
there sometimes,
all of that
which
would
is
have
quite
gone
rare
for
in itself, I
nothing
think.
without a talented hand on the wheel.
And as they make their way down to the podium, there's no denying the strength of the High-Tech GP team. It was an incredible performance today, and they fully deserve to stand on the top step.
Ah, I see. The person who was in here asking about Fortnite was a graphic designer. I was like, what's the catch? Why are you asking me if I like Fortnite in an F1 stream? But now I know. I wasn't sure if they'd found me through like a Fortnite streamer who'd shouted me out or something.
It was not the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. After
All right.
this round of the World
Where are we in the
Championship,
standings?
here's how things look in the drivers'
Third.
table. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
Well,
Good job
I'm
we
going
finished
to
ahead of
give it
Cordelia
to
then,
the
wasn't it?
Campos driver today. I have to give it to Roberts. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
And
Oh,
here's how
sorry,
things
hit
are
my
shaping
microphone.
up in the teams' championship. ART have extended their lead.
All right
over the
then,
championship.
congratulations
It
to
was
all you
also a strong race
bastards
from
who
Trident this
predicted I would
weekend.
finish in the top
Fantastic work
13,
from the Italian
and
team to
commiserations
move
to the
themselves
one of you
further up
who
the
did
table.
predict that I
It
would
was great
finish
having you with
in
us for
outside
this
the top
weekend. I
13.
hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
You
We'll
lose
see you
10
when
points.
Formula 2 returns.
And Phil gets all his cash back. Well done, Phil. Enjoy the money. I hope you're very happy. Yeah, what was I looking at? Should we look at constructors as well? We're 4th in the constructors, but I reckon we could still get 2nd if I get some good results. ART might not be catchable. I guess we'll see. What's next? Is this Spain? Spain? Spain! I love Spain. Thanks for advertising. Let's just dive straight into it, I guess. I'm going to be halfway through the season. Spain without the S. Hopefully with the S. I hope. But you never know. You never know how these things are going to work out. No, please. Please. Should we do a prediction for that? Will it be Spain or will it be Pain? The Painish Grand Prix. Where's Spain? There we go. You think you're allowed to legally change your name by deed poll to Mike Oxlong? I mean, the CEO of not CEO, the team principal of Aston Martin is called Mike Crack, right? Mike Crack.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
I was having a chat with Mike Crack the other day. I'm really proud of the work that Mike Crack has done. And other various related jokes. Bloody hell. Okay. This is going to be hard on the tyres. The tyre wear was dropping off when I hit the brakes. Before I'd even turned, it was already dipping. But yeah, we are just 17 followers away from 1,200. So if anyone here isn't following and is enjoying the content, then let me know. First person I've ever met who does these? I like them. Get me warmed up, ready for quali, you know? Bang out a few laps in practice. Do the race strategy. All good. But yeah, 1,200 followers. I think I'm going to make a tier list for tracks in the Formula 1 calendar.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
So you can look forward to that. Real life or in the game or both? What do you mean? Am I going to make a tier list in real life or in the game? Probably in real life. I'm not sure how you'd even make a tier list in the game. Tracks in real life or tracks in the game? The tracks in the game are also tracks in real life, Lewis. Austria is good IRL and shit in the game. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Saving technique. Lift and corner entry to save as much as it can.
That's a good question.
The minimum lap time.
Maybe I could do two separate tier lists. I could do like one for how good it is to watch in real life and another for how good it is to race in the game. Because I have that with Spain. Like, Spain is good to play in the game. I really like racing at Spain. But then I fucking can't stand the Spanish Grand Prix. I'll give you a pin in a second there. Once I finish this this lap. So the question becomes, if Dougie's not there next week, and you're not there next week, who's going to win? Could it be me? Could I do the impossible and actually win a race in the league? I'm gonna have to give you a 1 second timeout for that, Lewis. And since I've paused, I can pin that anyway. Toxic? Yeah, you're correct. It is toxic that you don't read my chat rules. Why did he get timed out? He got timed out for doing the same thing that you asked about that one time that I said I would time you out for. Which is putting his YouTube channel in the pinned messages. Or well, wanting to put his YouTube channel in the pinned messages. Advertising has always been against my rules. Just because you're trying to put it in a pinned message does not suddenly make it not against the rules.
Really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well,
you gotta try. You click the link. Great, cool. Well, you're just teaching people that it's all right to do that in that case. It was OnlyFans, but it just wasn't, was it? It was a YouTube link. Where's the chat rules? On my stream, aren't they? Should be. They usually come up the first time you talk in chat as well, to my knowledge. You have to agree to them before you're allowed to type in chat. I know a lot of people don't bother reading them and they just click OK. But it also, yeah, it says that below my stream as well. Community. I have just 2 rules. Any form of racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, any other hateful conduct will result in an instant ban. That's rule number 1. You're pretty good at not breaking that one. Rule number 2. No self-promotion unless I encourage you to do so. I definitely didn't encourage anyone to do it. Oh, wrong tires. "50% ain't bad. You gotta follow 100% of the rules, otherwise you get banned."
Okay, give us some good, consistent.
The rule with the self-promo one is if it's someone's first message, they get insta-banned, and if it's not someone's first message, then I just time them out, and then if they keep doing it, I'll ban them. F2 is good, yeah. I've been enjoying doing it. The tires are a bit buggy, unfortunately. Like, quite often I get put on, is racism an instant ban? Anything, any kind of bigotry is an instant ban. Not just racism. If you post a link, you get timeout. Well, kind of, Josh. It's more like, if you post a link to something that's promoting you and clearly promoting, or not even just promoting you, but promoting someone else's channel as well, that is gonna get timed out. Usually I would ask you to provide context for a link that you're posting before you just post it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know why you're posting a link before you do, if that's alright. But yeah, racism, homophobia, sexism, transphobia, all that kind of stuff. It's all instant ban. How long would you get a timeout if you promoted an OnlyFans? Exact same amount of time you'd get if you promoted anything else. If it was insta promote, if it was your first message, it would be a ban, and if it was if it wasn't your first message and you were promoting an OnlyFans, I would, well, that's different, isn't it, really, actually, now I think about it, because it could be promoting pornographic content, and we have under 18s in the chat. So the timeout would be 10 minutes, but probably I would time the person out for 10 minutes. If it was a member of the community, I'd time them out for 10 minutes. Because that's just the default timeout length, is 10 minutes. But yeah. Seems logical to ban all under 18s. Why would I ban all under 18s? All under 13s get banned. You're thinking about this? You're thinking about, what, posting a link to your YouTube channel and taking a 10-minute timeout? Please don't, because if you do that now, I'm going to ban you instead. And the same goes for any of you. You guys, the rules aren't there for you to be try and be clever with them. Understand? Like, I need to explain this to you. Another thing that exists in my rules, which is kind of unspoken, is that even if you don't do something that's against the rules, if I think you're being a twat, I'll just ban you. because it's my stream and I can do whatever the hell I want, really, you know? How are you still here? Because you're a twat in a way that's actually funny. If twat equals ban, you're Irish, so you're just a twat. Well, I mean, you've said that. I just want you to know that that's you that said that. But yeah, my point still stands. Some people call it the Air Bud rule, which is a reference to a movie, I think it was called Air Bud, where they have a basketball team and they get a dog on the basketball team. And the argument is there's no rule that says you can't get a dog to play basketball. And some people call it the Air Bud rule because it's like, it's basically saying like, just because something isn't within the rules doesn't mean it's okay to do. If it seems wrong, if it seems like something that someone would get annoyed about you doing, it's probably not something I want you to do. And if you look in my chat rules, again, I said, I encourage you to be mindful and self-aware of the chat messages you send and whether they could upset or annoy myself or others in chat. In other words, In other words, I reserve the right to time you out if you annoy me, basically. I know that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough to gauge whether you're going to annoy me with my erratic mood swings, as Double A puts it. But, yeah, that's just something you guys are going to have to work around. Lawyer said I can't say this, but nobody said I can't sing it. The Miranda sings rule. I didn't watch the video, but I have heard about that. That's such a fucked, weird situation. You annoy me every second. Again, annoying me in a way that pisses me off versus annoying me in a way that is just like banter are two very different things, right? And I have timed out people in the chat who actually were getting on my nerves. You know what I mean? Like, I have done that before. I did it with Antoine and that other guy. When they were like beefing about some incident that happened in open lobbies between the two of them. And I asked them to let it go, and neither of them would let it go. And I said to them, if either of you post another message about this, I'm going to time you out for 10 minutes. And they both continued doing it, so I timed both of them out for 10 minutes. You know, there's nothing in my rules that say you can't argue with each other. However, that's going to make people pretty uncomfortable in chat, you'd have to say. But yeah, the two hard and fast rules here. No self-promo. Well, no promo, really, of any kind. How's the video coming? Or I haven't started yet? I haven't started yet, Josh. I've been streaming since I finished doing the standings. I'm going to start working on it tonight. Hopefully get it done tonight and then get it uploaded ready to come out tomorrow. I'm about to sneeze. Nope. Cool. Awesome. It wouldn't come. The game is so glitched you can drive through walls. Lovely. Big up Codemasters. Is that Phil's Ricardo emote? Man, I'm really interested to see where Daniel Ricciardo is going to be next weekend. And your game crashed? That's strange. Got gifted a sub to him? No, I wasn't complaining. I wasn't complaining about it. I was just asking. But yeah, what was I saying? I think Ricardo will be an interesting case when he comes back to Formula One. I don't think he's gonna be like absolutely like bodying Sonoda as much as people claim he will be. Did I time him out again? Yeah, because he did self-promo again. Welcome back, Phil. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a spectacular Saturday still. Lovely. Doesn't seem like there's many people in this chat who can do that without talking about
An
it.
interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top three, which are Lawson, Williams, Jack Doohan. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F2 actions soon.
20th. Lovely. Been down since the race? What do you mean? Like upset down or what? I got a notification in the thing. All right, quali time. Where are we going to qualify? I qualified 20th last time. Not upset, just miffed. No, I mean, that's totally understandable, isn't it? P21? Oh, yikes. Alright, I reckon I'll probably try and do 2 laps, maybe. Is it going to rain in the sprint? Looks like it will, but then it will clear up. I reckon I'll get, like, top 10. P10? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Reverse grid pole. Phil, I was wondering, do you think there should be a rule in the league, like, trying to keep shit civil and stuff like that? Like, I don't know what you call it. Also, you've just reminded me of a very excellent point. Actually, I think it's going to be alright. I just won't be able to do more than 1 race after this. Because I didn't make a thumbnail for my thing. And my race replay is going to be... my race replay is going to be deleted if I do more than 2 races in this. So I think the next race I do will probably be the last one I do. I know it's only been a short stream, but I don't know. You have some for me? Maybe, Josh. I don't know. I like them to follow sort of a consistent sort of theming, I guess. I'll have a look at... Do you have any in the Discord I can take a look at in a second? I'll see if they match up with the kind of thing I would do, and then I can just put like a... I can put like my overlay thing on top of it. Because that might actually be helpful. To be fair, I don't know if I'm going to have time to do a 3rd race after this anyway, because it will be like 4:30 by that point probably. The races take a little while. And get some, I have to download them off my Xbox. Alright, well just, if you message me on Discord or something like that with them, and I'll have a look. He won. Not bad. Let me, before you do that actually, let me have a look at the ones you've done already to see. Oh yeah, these are good actually. These are fine. Yeah, if you've got one of me with someone else, then that would be great. Guys, should I become a FIFA streamer when the new FIFA comes out? Would anyone watch that? I wouldn't watch that. If I was me, I wouldn't watch me play FIFA. Are you trying to make like a like an 11-man team or whatever? God, being goalie is not gonna be a fun role. That's gonna be like the guy we really don't like. We put in goal, not 11. Ah, okay. Just a few other boys. Fair enough. All right, let's go again. Duan's pretty far. Not very far ahead of us, rather. So might be able to catch him. Whoever wants to play, yeah, makes sense. Checks out. That's what I was trying to say. Makes out. It's not really what it does. Fun doing mini leagues and comps. I want to do like I don't know, like a Football Manager fantasy draft on stream at some point or something like that. If I've got like enough people I know who play Football Manager, like if we get like maybe 8 people in for it or something, I think that could be really fun. Me overtaking Duan on track right before I overtake him in the quali standings. No, maybe not. It's going to be quite tough. These are used tyres. Ah! Come on.
Okay, tyres have collected some marbles. Grip will be reduced until you can
This
wear
run's
them off
already
and
over.
stay on the racing line.
FM is too in-depth. Online FIFA career would be better. I don't know. I think I prefer to do it FM. Can you imagine doing like a 20 person... like Premier League Football Manager save? That would be pretty ridiculous. Who wins the sack race? It would be me. I'm so bad at Football Manager, it's unreal. You get that one prick who wouldn't ready up every time, and it's always Xhaka. And then he has the audacity to complain on the rare occasion when he's readied up and someone else hasn't.
The grid is all set for the race tomorrow, but before we
All right,
go, let's
well,
quickly remind
P2,
ourselves
not
of our
bad.
top 3, which are Duan, Roberts, and Teo Porcher. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be
Jack
back
Duan,
tomorrow
just a little
when the
bit too
feature
fast
race
for me.
gets itself
I definitely
underway.
could have outdone him, I think, but I made too many mistakes. Sadly, he was doing bits. Right then, I'm going to take a short break, and then when I come back, we're going to do our last race, I think. We're going to do the sprint. Unless it goes really badly, in which case, unless we DNF, basically, in which case I'll probably do the feature as well. Otherwise, the sprint will probably be the last one I do. It'll be quite long, because it's going to be, wet race for at least a little bit of it. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We're going to do a prediction when I come back. I'll be starting P9, because I qualified second. So we'll do a prediction to see if I finish like top 6 or something like that, maybe. Don't know, could be fun. All right, I'll see you guys in a sec. Take care, and yeah. I made it. I made it back. That's me. Hey. What's up, guys? Alright. Where's my controller? Let's go. Alright, let's do a prediction. Prediction challenge. Predict. What do you think?
Welcome to the circuit
Will
of
I finish in
Barcelona,
the top
Catalunya here in
6?
Spain, for what is expected to be a very closely contested race.
Get your channel points in now. Do you want to have a chance to improve your standing? Improve the number of channel points you have?
It's Back to the Future for the
I'm
F1
starting
drivers
9th.
today. We welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector. It will shorten
Do you think
the
I'll
lap
finish in the top
times
6,
and
starting
reduce the
9th
length
at
to
the Spanish Grand
2.9
Prix?
miles, 14 turns. This was the original setup of the track, but it hasn't been used
What's the verdict?
since 2007. I'm joined by a man who's had many a wet race, Davide Valsecchi. Just how challenging will these conditions be?
Anyone going to get any
track?
predictions in?
Delighted to
Anyone
be
at all?
here, Alex. Even in this weather, nothing will be easy for them.
Yo, what's up,
They have
Costa?
standing water, which means visibility will be a worry. They just need to stay clear of the white lines and curbs. They can cause you a real problem when it's so slippery.
Let's have a look. Still no predictions. You guys have got like a minute left, so if you want to put some predictions down, put them down. Will I finish in the top 6? I'm starting 9th. We're going to be going on 2 sets of wet tires by the looks of things. Someone's put all their cash on yes. Is anyone going to bite and return with a no?
The formation lap gets underway for this, the Formula 2 race, and each driver will no doubt be mindful of the wet surface as they prepare to race around the track.
It would be bold. It's bold putting all of your cash on yes. Someone's put 5k on no. Big money up for grabs this time. You'll get your share of the spoils even if you only put a little bit on.
We are almost ready to start the Formula 2
I don't know
race
how
as
the
cars
mathematics
take their
behind it
positions
works.
on the grid, with the drives and
Please,
teams making their final
Costa, you have
preparations.
done a very brave thing today. I'll try and reward you. Someone else has done a very brave thing. There's 28k on yes and only 5k on no. This is a 50-50. It's a wet race and I'm bad in the rain against the AI. I'm good against you guys because you guys all suck in the rain. But the AI is really hard to race against. Alright, let's see. I guess we're doing win it or bin it at the Spanish Grand Prix. From 9th on the grid, I have to make up 3 positions. Will it be possible? Who knows? As the lights come on. And the lights go out. We've gotten away well, but so has everyone else. I think we're going to be potentially going for a move here on Ayumu Iwasa up the inside. Porsche swerving back to the inside as well, or to the outside rather, having been on the inside. We're going to try and go up the inside of a few cars here. Contact with Hauger. Somehow no damage. Where am I going to come out here? P5. Alright, but I think we might lose out this position to Vesti here. Will we lose out to Novalak as well? In fact, we don't even lose out to Vesti. Never mind. Somehow I managed to keep it pinned. And as we get into turn 4 now, we are going to be in P5. Let's fucking go, boys. Alright, well, that's been a good start. But anything can change. The track is due to dry up. So we're going to have to devise a devious strategy here. Let me go for a weather report.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5
Yeah,
minutes.
it's going to go dry. So let's see what kind of pace I have now that I'm in kind of a bit more of a normal position. Now that the race has started to stabilize, to normalize a little bit. Am I going to have the pace to keep Vesti behind? Am I going to have the pace to catch up to these 4 in front? Guys, my girlfriend made banana bread.
That start was
I just want
okay.
you to know
Now
that.
stay alert for threats around
I
you.
went inside. She was like, do you want any banana bread? I was like, of course I fucking want banana bread. What are you talking about? What? How is that even a question? Yes. Yes, of course I do. So I had some banana bread. It was really nice. Oh, bad corner. Oh, we got a good run here, though. Good run. Are we going to stay on track? We are. I think we can even maybe take P4 off Hauger here. Up the inside. Are we going to go off the track? No, but I think he might get us back here. Wheel to wheel. Inside to the following corner. Brakes are stone cold apparently or something. They're not too bad actually. Problem is that this is definitely intermediate conditions if we were in F1, but there's no intermediate tyres in Formula 2. You either go on the wets or you go on the slicks. Those are your only options. And this is definitely not dry enough for slicks. So it means the tyres might overheat. Alright, come on. Let's get a podium. Back-to-back podiums, maybe, this weekend. That would really help out our championship chances. We haven't had back-to-back podiums since Bahrain, I think. Since round 1. I'm trying to remember what races we've even done. We did Bahrain, we did Jeddah. We did Monaco and Baku. Did we do Silverstone? I can't remember. I think we did Silverstone. Yeah, we did Silverstone. We did Imola. I know this is round 7. And we had at least one crap race in both, if not 2. Like, I had quite a few DNFs from what I remember and stuff. But Bahrain, I remember we got back-to-back podiums. Because I started P2 in one of the races and P9 in the other. Is this is a sprint? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I have the feature after this as well. But the sprint versus the feature in Formula 2, Costa, is like not that much different. There's like maybe 10 lap difference rather than like 50 lap difference in F1.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.9 seconds.
Like, for example, you know how the sprint in Austria, for example, was like 18 laps or something like, or was it 24 laps, I think, actually. And in F2, the Austrian sprint race would be like about that long as well. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe like 30. And then the race would be like 40. Like the feature race would be 40. Yeah, so F2 do 2 races every weekend. They always have a sprint and a feature, but the sprint isn't too different in length to the feature, usually. God, come on. Claudio's so slow. I can get him. I can probably get the win here. I'd prefer to have the 36 in the image, if it's alright. I just realized I won't be able to get my thing anyway, Josh, so actually what you're doing is really helpful. Because I crashed out at the race, it won't generate a highlights package for that race, I think. So even if it's not a fantastic image, like, that's still okay. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, perfect. Just as long as it's, like, alright, I'm happy with it. Alga actually going fastest there. Maybe coming under pressure from him. I don't know how I didn't get damaged there. Apparently Vondrashova won in the women's tennis. Impressive. I really thought Ons Jabeur had it, but once again, I guess she choked in a Wimbledon final. Those of you who've been keeping up with the tennis, I don't know if any of you have. What, who do you think is going to win tomorrow? You think it will be another Wimbledon win for Djokovic, or do you think that Alcaraz is finally gonna best him? I'm so hoping Alcaraz manages it. What difficulty do I play on? This is 97, 96, something like that, I think. It's around what I play on F1 as well. I play 97 on F1 in my team career mode at the moment. Come here. Come here, Amory. The tyres are so cooked already, dude. 26% in 5 laps.
Okay, the car ahead's beginning to
What
pull
is
away.
that?
You know what to do.
Track's definitely drying out.
No rain expected. No rain expected.
Yeah,
for
it's
the
literally
time
just a
being.
case of when the crossover point is now. We're gonna come in as soon as it seems like it's gonna be dry. But these guys tend to go in like quite early in my experience. Like the AI in this game, when it switches from dry or from wet to dry, they go in super early, from what I remember. Yo, what's up, Sylvie? Hydrate. All right, I'll get you in just a second once I'm in a straightaway. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a spectacular Saturday. Good to see you again. Come on. How am I falling away from these guys now? Is the track really drying out that much? Or have I just worn out the tyres too fast? You're doing fantastic. Nice. That's encouraging to hear. Alright, come on. Any particular reason you're doing fantastic? Or is it just that there's nothing that's making you not feel fantastic? Oh my god. DRS enabled, we should have pitted.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
We go on the hards and try and risk it to the end? I think yes. I don't know, I wish I could see what these guys were doing first. Sadly, I don't think that's going to be possible. Oh, because the softs even might make it to the end, possibly. Race is a bit longer than this, and... I don't know. What are we thinking, guys? Softs or hards? Can't do mediums. There's no mediums.
Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out.
That's just saying pit onto the wets again. Is it not dry enough yet then? Might not be.
Copy.
Alright, we'll change this for now, but... Say hards? Maybe it's not time to box yet, even though they've enabled DRS. Maybe somehow it's still too wet to be on the slicks. That seems so weird though. Just buzzing off some good results in GT7 lobbies? Nice! Congratulations. Are they coming in? No, they're staying out. No, they're coming in! Okay, I'm coming in.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime.
We're going hard.
Okay, mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD.
I hope hard was the right call. We'll find out in about 2 seconds. Yeah, they're going on hards. Okay, good.
Okay, off we go. Back into the race.
Is this the new F1 game?
Perfect
It is,
job
yeah.
from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Up to
I'm
speed
assuming
now.
they'll
Let's get
say
some
this is
heat
hards
into
to the
those
end.
tyres.
Yeah. Okay, Okay, cool.
Confirmed.
Looks amazing. Yeah, no, it's very fun so far. I've got like 200 hours in it already, and it came out like a month ago, so it might end up being my most played F1 game. Oh my god, tires are so cold. Yeah, 70 degrees, rough. Takes like a whole lap to get the tires up to temperature in F2. Might get some images in TT for the thumbnail. No, you'll not be side by side, but it might look nice. Okay. It is what it is.
Okay, Ralph is in the pits. Ralph is in the pits now.
Alright, come on. Now the tires are up to temperature, let's actually start pushing. They're still not up to temperature. Camera mode is goated on this game. It's pretty good, I agree. These guys are on softs? What? To the end? Are you fucking kidding me?
Conditions look stable.
That's the
at the
wrong
moment.
one.
No rain currently expected.
Tires are still heating up.
Novalak ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 26.0 seconds.
Fake
They're
news.
all fresh softs.
Surely softs won't go to the end here. Someone else out? Or have they had a spin? Then they might have had a spin. One of the Carlins. Feel like I don't have quite as much pace in the dry right now, but I don't know if the tires are still suffering. They still can't quite get up to temperature. I've done 2 full laps on them now, and they're still not quite in the optimal window. Are these guys getting their tires heated up? It's so hard when these tires are so worn. Or not worn, but cold, you know?
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
Okay, P8 is where we are right now. We need to make up 2 positions. It's going to be so hard if these tires don't get up to temperature soon. Surely the softs would be even harder to get up to temperature, no? I don't get how they've pulled it off. Okay, they're starting to get there now. The track must be just so cold or something, because it's not even wet anymore. God, I'm going to lose out of position at this rate. I'm nowhere. Yo, Sam Tap Tap! How's it going, my friend? Yo, Tompa Master, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are all having an absolutely spectacular Saturday. Tompa Master, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome all to the stream. How was your stream, Sam Tap Tap? What were you up to? More FIFA? I saw you doing F1 a little bit earlier, but I was on Phil's stream. We're doing the league race today. F1 and FIFA, let's go. Thank you WWM Magic for the follow as well. Look at me flying in F2. Not flying for much longer. These tires won't get up to temperature, and I'm being flanked on all sides. Very nearly got spun out there. Lost 2 positions at turn 1. Rough. Trying. trying my hardest, but the tires are really struggling to get up to temperature. F1 is L. You're not an F1 fan? F2? Yeah, F2's got some weird gimmicks that I'm not a huge fan of. The tires in particular just seem to be very all over the place a lot of the time. I've had some weird glitches I've never seen before in F1 that have happened all the time in F2. Like one where it started me on a set of used mediums, and all 4 of my tires were 100% worn. When am I joining F1? When am I finishing the F2 career? So we got 7 more races in F2 before we get to F1. Well, 7 more weekends, I guess, because I'm doing sprint and feature. I'm a bit of like, I don't know what you call it, like, I don't want to say like a purist, that feels like the wrong word for it, but I like doing 100% distance races when I get the opportunity to, and I decided since, you know, it's a new game, I've got time to actually do 100% and still get reasonably far in a career mode. I've decided I'm going to do 100% distance races. So it's taken a little bit of time, but I don't know, I've still been enjoying it quite a lot. But yeah, I hope your stream was good. I hope you had a lot of fun with the FIFA and with the F1. We did a league race on Phil's stream earlier. His like league that he runs, and man, let me tell you, it was like open lobbies in there. Some of the carnage. I was like, I joined this league to get away from the carnage, and the carnage followed me to the league clearly. After dealing with dirty drivers in ranked, I needed a bit of respite, and sadly the league did not provide it. But it's fine, you know. We got content. That's all that matters. 50% max for you. Yeah, I do 50% in my team. Just because, so for those of you who don't know, I have a YouTube channel as well. You can do !YouTube to see it if you want. But I do a My Team series over there as well. Usually daily videos, but I've been a bit sporadic at the moment. Don't blame me. Yeah, what was I saying? So I do 50% in those because it's a bit more digestible. Makes the videos like 30 minutes-ish rather than like when I was doing 100%, it was like 45 minutes to an hour. That's like a little bit on the long side. Oh, God. Okay, I think the tires are starting to get up to temperature a little bit, but they still feel so bad. I should have gone on the softs, maybe. I don't know. Like, I've lost like all my pace now that we're not in the wet anymore. I don't know what happened, but in the wet I was flying, and now it's dried out. It's like horrible. I don't really know how I'm gonna get top 6 here. We do run predictions before every race for those of you who are interested in sticking around. Channel Point predictions. You can predict where I'm going to finish, and if you predict correctly, then you will win some channel points back. Usually we do it around a certain thing. Which academy? Ferrari Academy, because I want to drive for... Hold on. Let me just pause real quick. I want to drive for these boys. Big fan. Big fan. That one was for Sylvie, because I think I forgot to do a hydrate earlier when they redeemed it. Just keep pushing. Yep, I'm pushing as hard as I can. These tires were really bad, Cossa. F ad you didn't see. Rip. Are you out of the ad now? Or? I assume probably not. Ads are usually a little bit longer than that, I think. Oh man. Holding behind the guy I'm going to be starting alongside tomorrow. Hopefully that goes better than this is going right now. The similarity with the sprints, Costa, in case you were wondering, across F1 and F2, is the points system. They have, oh my god. They hand out points to the top 8, but it's slightly different. It's like 10 points for a win.
We won't be making another pit stop.
Gone now? Alright, cool. Yeah, I tried to show you. I guess I can do it again. Hold on. Yeah, I said I was gonna be Ferrari Academy because big fan of the boys in white and red. Yeah, I love Magnussen and I love Hulkenberg. So when they announced that the driver lineup was going to be those two together, I was like, all right, well, this is basically my dream driver lineup. So yeah, I had no choice but to stand. I already was a fan of them a little bit when Magnussen came back, replacing Mazepin. But now that when they did away with Schumacher and replaced him with Hulkenberg, I was like, oh, this is amazing. I think I was about the only person that was actually a fan of that move. Oof, very wide there. What about you, WWM Magic? What team are you a fan of? Vitality 16-1 Cole on Cole's map pick. Yeah, I mean, it's Vitality, which this lineup everyone said they thought was going to be absolute heat, absolute flames, if you'll excuse the pun, and lo and behold, it has been. Cole were really good yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they're bad necessarily. I just think Vitality are going to be the best team in the world now. Mercedes and McLaren. Nice, good choices, good choices. Fan of British drivers then, I assume, probably. I'm trying to think who else my favourite drivers are, other than Hulkenberg, Magnussen. I like Gasly quite a lot. Fan of the GOAT, Lewis Hamilton. Nice, dude. I quite like Lewis Hamilton. I'm not like a massive fan of him or anything. Stroll? Oh man, don't talk to me about Stroll. After that what was it? After that incident in Silverstone where he basically just drove off the track and then drove into Gasly, it's becoming harder to defend him with each weekend. You like Alonso? I've warmed up to Alonso this year. I wasn't really a massive fan of him before in his old days, like in Ferrari and McLaren and all those kinds of teams. Even in Alpine, really, I wasn't a massive fan. But this season, he's been really fun to watch. De Vries is a better driver than Stroll. Hard disagree. Well, it's hard to call, but in terms of how they performed in F1, hard disagree. I think De Vries deserved more time though. I think they did my boy dirty, not gonna lie. Even if I did on multiple occasions say some very harsh things against Nick De Vries, I didn't mean them. I was kind of just being a bit tongue-in-cheek about him. Definitely don't look at some of the things I've replied to the Haas F1 account with regards to the couple of incidents that happened between De Vries and Magnussen. I definitely didn't the first time say De Vries should be black flagged, and then the second time it happened say De Vries should be banned from Formula 1. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I mean, well, I guess he didn't get banned, but it's still an unfortunate situation to find himself in. I think hopefully he'll come back in some capacity. Maybe he'll go back to being Mercedes reserve or something like that. Oh no, but they've got Schumacher now, haven't they? Oh, that's brutal. That's a brutal situation to find themselves in. Back to Formula E, maybe. I don't know. I always liked De Vries, but it was always kind of hard to say like whether he was actually a good driver or not, because people always used to bandy about the fact that he was an F2 champion. And I was thinking like, yeah, but that was in a season where Nicholas Latifi came second, and no offense to Latifi, but I don't think you would have said he was a particularly good driver. They could beat G2 as well. Yakindar called a sick game. Let's go. We love to see your star player being an IGL and actually still performing well. C9 is the most star-studded lineup ever. So what's the lineup again? Shiro, Axel, Hobbit, Electronica and Perfecto. Is that right? Insane. It's pretty nuts, isn't it? Oh god, I'm not going to be allowed to overtake him here now, am I? He's going to have to take the position. Fortunately, it doesn't matter because we're still going to be running in the top 10. I'll try and get him back with the DRS if I can. Gonna be rough though. Mick is so much better than De Vries. Yeah, no, I definitely think Mick is probably a little bit better because he actually won F2 in a competitive year. You know, he beat Eilert, Schwartzman, Sonoda, all those guys, who are all quite capable drivers in my opinion. I think people say it's a shame that Eilert never made it to Formula 1. I think it's even more of a shame that Schwartzman never made it to Formula 1. I think Schwartzman's better than Eilert in my opinion. God, this guy. I mean, it doesn't really matter where I finish if I don't finish in the top 8. What's the difference between F1 and F2? Slower cars, equal cars as well. Like there's no difference in the performance of each car, really, apart from some minor things. Slightly shorter races, but they do 2 races every weekend, and the distance of those 2 weekends roughly adds up to the length of one F1 race. What else is different? They don't do all the same races that F1 do. It's kind of a feeder series into F1, if that makes sense. F1 performance is not equal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Equal cars is better, right? You can see who the better driver is. Yeah, that's why they have it. But the thing about F1 is that it's not supposed to be just a drivers' championship, if that makes sense. Like it's supposed to be a championship, like an engineering competition as well, if that makes sense, to see who can make the best car as well as who can be the best driver. And quite often you find that whoever the champion is someone who ended up in the best car, but then also whoever ends up in the best car usually ends up being one of the best drivers. For example, Max Verstappen, despite the fact that he is in the best car on the grid at the moment, I would wage to say that he is still one of the best drivers on the grid. Not everyone agrees with that point of view, but he was absolutely amazing even when he wasn't in the fastest car on the grid. You hate Max Verstappen? I just can't hate him. No matter how much he wins, no matter how much his, like, you know, in the past he did some stuff that, like, I was kind of like, oh, that's a bit awkward. I just can't hate the guy. I think he's really good. Shame they aren't all in the same cars though. It's like watching the darts with certain players play 401 and the rest play 501. I kind of see what you mean, but it's kind of like the cars are all fairly equal in performance. Like there's not like a completely hierarchical thing where it's like, you know, the 2 drivers in the best car finish first and second every weekend, and then the 2 drivers in the second best car finish third and fourth every weekend, and so on and so forth. You know, it's like, I mean, look at Sergio Perez. He's Max Verstappen's teammate. Max Verstappen wins literally every race. Sergio Perez at the moment struggles to make it into the top 10. It doesn't make much of a difference, really. No, I wouldn't say that the cars make a huge difference, but there definitely is like a pecking order, if that makes sense. Like, Red Bull definitely have the fastest car, and then there's like Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin, and maybe now McLaren as well, but it's kind of too early to call whether that's going to be consistently true. Those are like the 3 or 4 teams that like could maybe contend for a race win if Red Bull have an off day. Then there's like the others after that, and it's kind of, I'd say that all of those teams, like Alpine, AlphaTauri, Williams, Haas, and who am I forgetting? Shit, dude. Alpine, AlphaTauri, Williams, Haas, Alfa Romeo, of course. Alfa Romeo, the most anonymous team on the grid. All of those teams, feasibly, probably are able to contend to be like 9th or 10th every race, I would say. So there's like a top pack and a bottom pack is kind of how I would describe it. And it's very hard for the drivers in the sort of lower pack to break into the upper pack. It's kind of like you've got 2, like, different, like, what do you call it? You got 2 different makes of car, almost, a little bit, but obviously all teams make their own cars. It's kind of hard to explain it to someone who doesn't know too much about it, but that's the general sort of vibe. Each team develops their own car, and they're similar, but they're not the same, and quite often teams will take inspiration from each other. Like, I know what you're probably thinking right now. If I tell you that Red Bull's the fastest car, you're probably thinking, well, why doesn't everyone make their car like Red Bull makes their car? And now it's becoming more and more the case that people are trying to sort of imitate what the Red Bull looks like as best they can. But, like, they obviously only have, like, photographs and stuff to go off, so they can't do it, like, perfectly. But they can do it pretty well. Oh my god, all of a sudden I've started losing loads of positions. How are my tyres doing? Yeah, they're only on, like, 38%. Surely the guys on the softs are struggling. At that point, you may as well just give everyone the same cars. Yeah, I kind of see what you mean, but when it's really exciting is when there's a rule change, which there is maybe every 5 years or so. It's obviously nobody knows what the other team is going to do to sort of fit their car within the rules, the new rules. And so there's a bunch of teams will do radically different concepts for their car. That is when it gets really interesting, in my opinion. Next rule change 2026. Yeah, exactly. That's an engine one, right? So that's going to be even more interesting. Because it means that some teams will probably gain quite a lot, and some teams will probably lose out quite a lot. Like, everyone's saying that they think when Audi come in, they're going to be, like, really good from the get-go. Same with Ford as well, right? When they partner with Red Bull. That's, like, something that people think is going to be good. But, like, any of those teams could get it wrong. You know, they could miss something that other people find, and all of a sudden they're going to be right down there. I think the reason why it's quite exciting is because every weekend you have a general sort of idea of where people are probably going to be before the race starts. And then as the weekend unfolds, you kind of realize that, oh, actually maybe I've written this person off and they're going to be better than I think they're going to be. Like McLaren, for example. They've been pretty bad all season, I would say. And then in qualifying in the British Grand Prix, they qualified second and third, when, like, the best qualifying that either one of them had done up until this point was, like, 8th or something like that, I think. You know, they were really struggling to even finish in the top 10 most races, never mind, you know, be in the top 3 or whatever. And their two drivers qualified second and third, and then everyone was like, oh yeah, well, they'll go backwards in the race. And then they didn't. They finished second and fourth. And the only reason that the driver that finished fourth instead of third was because he got kind of unlucky. A few images, I'll send them on Discord. Sounds good, Josh. Thank you very much. I really could not cling on throughout this race. It was rough. I think it's a rip to your channel points. Unless there's like a late race safety car and I punt for a set of softs at the end, I'm going to go with yep. I think that's probably a fair assessment of the situation here, Costa. I don't know what it is, but the car just does not feel very good around here. Car feels really hard around here to drive. Once I make it out of F2, it'll be better, I think. But we still got like half a season left, so good luck at me. Can I go flat? What do you mean flat? Like flat through like turn 9 or something? 329, yeah. I'll give it a try. In an F2 car, it might be hard. Even in an F1, I can barely do it. Oh, no chance. Absolutely no chance. Sorry. Yeah, no, I saw it come up and I was like, no. No, you can't. Not in an F2 car. In an F1 car, you definitely can. Shit, Josh, that's more than a few images. I just got like 9 pings on my phone. You did not need to do all that. I'll have a look at them in a second.
Still looking good.
I really thought their softs were going to go off, but they just didn't. Given that I wore these out to like over 40%. Like, it really just doesn't seem like these guys' tires have gone off at all. You know, like, surely they... If I'm at 40%, surely they should be at, like, 60% by now. On the softs. But... Started to thunder and lightning here? Whereabouts are you? I wonder if you're... near to me. Because we had a bit of rain here earlier, but nothing terrible. I've had that command for so long, and I still haven't finished that Sims thing. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. But it's tough. It's tough stuff.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Two months and 5 minutes. Wow. So it was literally this time 2 months ago exactly that you followed me, basically. I wonder what I was doing. Holzuk 0 ADR. Damn, they fucking neutralized him. Is he just keep getting like banged out by like Zaiwu or something? That's crazy. I might have to watch this shit, dude. Kind of shit that makes Jason Lake pick up the phone and say you're all fired. I know I only hired some of you a week ago, but get out. Gonna review them on stream or just off stream? I'll have a look at them on stream quickly, if you want. Near Manchester?
And that's the end of the
Okay,
race.
that's
We'll
quite
see you in
north
Parc
from me.
Fermé.
I'm like near London. That was a hard race. RIP to everyone who believed in me. And congratulations to Mike, who makes absolute bank from that.
Great effort there from Prema to take the victory today.
I'm not even
So,
sure if he's
Davide,
here,
how exactly
but
did they set
he's
themselves
now a
apart in the
millionaire.
pack today?
Although the Formula 2 car are all the same spec, the winner just looked better out there.
33,000 all going to Mike.
Up to running temperature faster and
RIP
driving
to
the
Apro and
collision
Costa,
track.
who
They made
both
it
put
look easy
like
out there
14k on me.
It looks like it's time for the victory ceremony once again.
And Dennis
as I can
Hauger.
see the
Hauger
drivers
actually
beginning
won
to
it.
make their way
Alright, well, I
out for
can't
the
be too mad.
celebrations. You can see it on their faces. It's another marvellous team win for Prema today.
Alright, let's have a look. Honestly, I like that one. I like that one side by side
it's
with
time to see how
the
this
Alfa
result
Romeo,
affects
the top
Drivers'
one.
Championship. Teo
That's
Pourchaire
my
can
favorite
celebrate
one, I
tonight
think.
as his championship lead is
Because we
extended
actually, me and
even
Ryan
further.
actually
And
were
so,
like that at
driver of
one
the day
point.
then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
It's got the
Let's give it
36.
to Felipe Drugovic. That was a quality drive from start to finish. He can be proud of that one.
On
So
to
I
the
think that's pretty
teams
good.
then. ART have extended their lead over the championship. There was also a strong showing from the MP Motorsport team today as they make their
Cordeal
way
has gone
up
back
the
up again.
standings. After all this drama, you would be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
You're only side by side once in my highlights. There's not much to go off. Yeah, I didn't really have much racing in that race. What AI do I run? I run 97 or 96. I can't remember. It's either 96 or 97. We can probably check actually right now, can't we? Settings. Difficulty. Here we are. 95. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. But this is honestly hard enough. Like, you know what I mean? You need to win the championship to go in F1, don't you? Not necessarily, no. I think you just need to finish, like... I'm on the medium one. The medium career progression one. So I think you have to finish, like, top 5 or something like that, maybe. But I'm not sure. We'll find out, I guess, whether I make it or not. I realised I never took exclamation point join out of my title. Well, anyway, no one came in here asking if they could join. But that was probably a little bit confusing. Yo, what's up, Joshy? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a... hope you're having a fantastic, spectacular Saturday. Yeah, well... That is what it is. But yeah, I'm not doing lobbies. So this is going to be hard for you guys to join. Are we doing open lobbies again on Monday? I just forgot to take it out of my title. I also didn't update my follow account in my title. I was kind of rushed because I was starting late to begin with. But anyway, I'm going to raid out now. I know I've not been streaming that long. But yeah, I can't stay too much longer because I got this video to edit and stuff. So I'm going to raid. I'm going to raid this guy. I'm going to get him back because he raided my boy Phil Skills the other day. He looks like he has follower-only chat, maybe, because it looks like I can chat in here, so that's fine. So you might have to follow. If you guys are subs, please consider hitting him with the epic vegan bucks raid. He'd love to see it. What else? Good stream as always. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll have a new YouTube video out on my YouTube channel tomorrow, so look forward to that. That will hopefully be the league race that I did today, what I can salvage of it. We have a Discord server, which you can join if you want to talk to me outside the stream about anything, you know, F1 or otherwise. You can follow me on Twitter, and you can follow me on TikTok as well, which I'm hoping to get some more new TikToks out nice and soon. But yeah, sorry it was a bit of a shorter stream today. I just I don't really have time to do another race now because I've got to get this video, got to get working on it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel to see it when it's done. And yeah, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. It's been absolutely amazing stream again. I've had some fun races, scored some points, got back into the championship a little bit, and hopefully we'll be able to continue this. I don't know when we'll next be doing driver career, haven't decided yet. We're raiding Patty Pat, who is doing lobbies, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be doing GeoGuessr tomorrow, open lobbies on Monday, and yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day.